We are back for a brand new day. Getting ready to head out to the shop. Pretty chilly out here, pretty windy as well. I got this dryer here that I started working on yesterday. I re-greased the wheels last night. Now I got to find a new belt for it. Also got to reinstall the belt tensioner. Then we'll start putting it together from this end. Waiting patiently, huh? Found a new belt for this dryer before I start putting it back together. Getting this carpet felt on the drum cleaned off. Tends to accumulate lint and all kind of other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get it cleaned off and then start reinstalling. It's really important to make sure that carpet felt sits correctly, because sometimes I see people will just slap the drum in there and then it'll cause issues. So now that it's set correctly, let's get this front end put on. It's got 2 clips on the bottom that hold it here, and then you'll screw it on the top. Got the child lock hooked back up. This screw and this screw in the top corners are the only 2 screws for the front end. My dad made it back, picked up a couple push mowers and what looks to be a washer for me. We'll see what we can do with that. Let the sheep out to free range. Not much vegetation left for them. Pretty soon, the colder it gets, this guy pissing on my mower, great. The more they're gonna have to start eating some hay and feed. This is what we ended up replacing: the belt, the thermal fuse, 2 new drum wheels, and the heating element, which should solve all of our issues. Last thing to do is hook it up and test it. We got this old dryer back up and running, spinning nice and quietly now, also producing good heat. I'm gonna let it finish out this short cycle, make sure everything's working as it should. Then we'll finish putting all the screws back on, clipping everything back in place. I'm gonna head over to my dad's shop. My grease can is running empty, so we're gonna get it refilled. We got a big reservoir over there. We use so much grease around here. A while back, we got this big old drum full of it. So all I do is use that spoon in there, fill up my little reservoir here, and I come and go as I need. Bit of a messy job, but it beats going to the store every time I need grease. Put the cap back on it, put something heavy on top. I brought a couple more machines in here. I went ahead and took the body off of this old school washer. It doesn't want to spin, so we're gonna have to see what's going on there. Both of these dryers have some kind of issue going on. This one I picked up this past weekend. It's got some metal hanging down. I'm not too sure where it's coming from. We're gonna have to open it up and see. This one, the door doesn't want to stay shut. And on top of that, I can already tell it's missing some parts. Supposed to be another piece of plastic here that this lint tray slides into. And for some reason it's missing. Darkness is here. Time for some cardio. We're gonna get out here while we got some sunlight left, get our sprints in. Then we're gonna head inside, get some dinner going. Got the cast iron warming up after a long day's work. You know, we got to fuel up right. Got some deer meat getting cooked up. Throw a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt on top. We got to cook it up in some butter. Looks like we got a little bit of meat left in this bag. We're gonna have to pull out another bag to thaw out. It's gonna be real good eating tonight, just like every night. So we got the first batch of meat done. We got a little bit left in the bag. We don't want to throw it in the fridge, so we're gonna cook that up after we finish our eggs. 3 eggs a piece, some butter, some cheese, some deer meat, a protein shake at the end.
Not only do we eat good, we got to make sure our man back here is fed.
We're gonna end our night. We'll be back out here tomorrow.